The resort arrived like a polished promise at the end of a long coastal road, all white stone, waving palms, and glass doors that reflected the sea as if the ocean had signed a contract with itself. Mara stepped into the lobby with her husband Eli and their 2 children, both already orbiting different distractions, and felt the familiar holiday relief begin to rise and fail at the same time. Her phone was still warm in her hand, her inbox still humming in her mind, and the 7-night bracelet on her wrist looked less like freedom than a polite reminder that she was expected to relax on schedule. By sunset on the first day, she had already checked work twice from the bathroom, answered a message between bites of dinner, and smiled at her daughter while thinking about a presentation due next Tuesday. The pool was perfect, the drinks were cold, the staff impossible to fault, yet Mara felt as if she were standing behind a pane of beautiful glass, watching her own life happen without her. On the 3rd morning, she wandered away from the loungers and followed a narrow path past the tennis courts, where the resort ended and the island began. There, she met an older guide named Thomas, who carried no clipboard, only a worn map and the calm expression of a man who had stopped measuring days by emails. He asked her not where she was staying, but why she had come. Mara laughed at first, because no one had asked her that in years. Then the question settled in her like a pebble dropped into deep water. She said she had come to rest, but that was only the cover story. What she wanted, more than ice cream and quiet, was to remember what her children sounded like when they were not competing with her phone, and to remember what she sounded like when no one needed anything from her. Thomas nodded, as if this were the most reasonable itinerary in the world. He offered a different kind of day, one the resort did not advertise. At dawn, they climbed a ridge while the island was still wrapped in mist. At a village market, the children learned to choose fruit with sticky hands and blazing opinions. At a small dock, Eli and Mara tried, badly at first, to paddle a kayak together until laughter replaced efficiency. Nothing was luxurious in the usual way, and yet everything felt expensive in the truest currency: attention. On the 5th day, the family ate dinner under lanterns beside a river instead of a buffet under chandeliers. Mara realized she had not checked her inbox since breakfast. She also realized no part of her was missing it. Her son was telling a story with both hands. Her daughter was leaning into Eli's shoulder. The air smelled of salt, hibiscus, and the strange, rare fragrance of being exactly where you are. That was the change no wristband could promise and no minibar could sell. Not escape, but return. Not a vacation from life, but a way back into it. When they flew home, there was still laundry, still work, still the impossible calendar waiting on the kitchen counter. But Mara carried something else through the airport, light and invisible and unmistakably real. She had gone searching for rest and found direction instead. The resort had not died, only the old habit of using it as a sleeping pill. The new traveler did not ask for 7 empty days.